Here we go. Good evening, all, and welcome. Don't forget, can you please, if you've got any questions for Naomi tonight, Naomi Colette. Sorry about my speech. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I'm getting there. Yeah. So if you've got any questions, please put them in your right hand side. Don't forget. Also, anybody on the radio, listening on the radio, please make sure you get your questions in by around about 15 minutes. You've got 15 minutes to get them in, and I will kind of like ask you. Hello, Naomi. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you? How is everyone?
I'm okay. Thank you very much. Tell me a bit about you. Tell everybody about you.
Okay, so I'm Naomi, obviously. About me professionally, I suppose, I'm a performer, an actor, dancer, vocalist, a cheerleading coach, choreographer, teacher. Yeah, I'm in the performance industry, entertainment industry.
And when you kind of like do dancing, what kind of dancing do you do?
I've done most styles, but I always say I'm not a ballerina. I've done the obviously every dancer you'll come across has done ballet because it's the foundation to everything that we do. But my preferred styles and the styles that I do, I think the best in is street dance styles. So that's locking, breaking, popping, whacking, hip hop. I'm not good at all of them, but they're all under the umbrella of street dance. That's how that works.
So it's no, so it's no Strictly Come Dancing then, Naomi.
Well, I did actually do Latin and ballroom for 12 years when I was younger, but I haven't done it properly since I was 18. So I'd be a bit rusty there, but I do, again, I have the experience of, I have done it and done all the exams and things like that.
Gosh. So you'll be able to show me a foxtrot or two?
Well, yeah, I probably not as much now, but back then, yeah, I knew what I was talking about.
Okay. So you can go ahead and show me what you can do. No, I'm only joking. So, what kind of like when you kind of like when you were younger? Did you thought you always wanted to become an entertainer?
No. When I was young, I remember always saying I want to either work with children or with animals. That was like the phrase I used to say. So yeah, and I have worked with children a bit as a teacher, but animals didn't happen. But when I was 11, I was in an amateur production, like a community production of Bugsy Malone. Don't know. If you've heard of it. It was a film and it's been done on stage loads of times. And I just thought, I'd quite like to do this. So yeah.
They did it when I was at school around about, oh God, all those years ago. I'm not going to tell you how long ago, But my wife says about 80 years ago, but that's up to her. But no, they used to do that up in our school. They used to do like Bugsy and all that lot, and what else did they used to do? Technical Green Coat or whatever it's called, and but I never was the sort of a person like to be involved in all that lot. I don't mind going to watch, but I never used to be like, I want to be in a play or something. I remember when I was at primary school, I used to be in a play. But I won't tell you what.
Yeah, you're kind of forced at primary school, aren't you?
Oh yeah, when I was primary school, when I was a little teeny whopper, I was a kind of an angel. They kind of like got me to be an angel. I can tell you, I am no angel at all. So you have been signed up with an agent now, ain't you?
Well, yes, I had my second meeting with them today, and yeah, they've offered me representation. So yeah.
Okay. And what would that kind of be? Would that be dancing? Would that be film work? What would that be?
So this agent in particular, they represent entertainers and actors of film and TV. So they don't do theatre. So I'm in talks with other agents about representation in that area, because some agents cover it all and some don't, and only rep actors, or there's agents for everything, any sort of, for writers, casting directors, any creative subject there'll be an agent for, pretty much in the industry. So yeah.
Okay. So let's go for it. So when you was on stage, what's the kind of like biggest kind of like, I don't know, stage production you ever done?
Biggest in terms of biggest scale, probably, I don't know how many people, or if you've heard of Lazy Town. It
Oh
was a
yeah,
children's
yeah.
TV program. Yeah, so I did the live stage show of that out in the Middle East.
No way. You did Lazy Town.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good laugh. I was a 5-year-old boy, so it's so fun.
Gosh. Then what else did you do? Have you ever kind of like performed any places where it's been you know been a lot of people, like thousands of people and everything?
I did perform at the Olympic, when London held the Olympics in 2012. I was part of the closing ceremony, so there was so many people in that stadium. So that's probably the biggest audience. But again, there were so many of us that it's relative. But yeah, that was crazy looking out, and all you can just see is like loads of lights, because obviously it's dark. So that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
What were you, like a dancer? Were you?
Yeah, we had to dance, we had to sing a bit, and we were acting as well, because I don't know how much people remember from the ceremony. I can't remember a lot of it because it was just like a blur, but there was different color trucks and then people dressed in newspaper. So I was in that whole section. I think the whole thing we did was like 10, 15 minutes long in total. And then it was like the next group. So yeah.
Yeah. Were you scared when you kind of like come out? Because in the Olympic Stadium, it must have been like you got all the lights around you at night and everything, and everybody's, all the cheer and everything. Weren't you scared?
I think it's that nervous excitement as opposed to being scared, because yeah, it's more just like the anticipation and the nerve, because we rehearse for these things, so we know what we're doing. Obviously you can't guarantee 100% that everything's going to go as it's planned, but when you've been rehearsing for weeks and months with the same people and going over the same things, it's more just you're ready to do it now and you just want to get out there and do it. So you definitely always
Yeah.
have nerves because you care about what you're doing, but I wouldn't say scared, no.
Have you ever done panto?
I haven't. No, I would love to. That's on the bucket list, so to speak. No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
yet. I've done similar. I did the Christmas shows at Lapland last year, and they're quite pantomime-esque, but it's not a traditional panto. It's like a walkthrough. The audience is like getting involved in the story, if that makes sense.
Okay. What was Lapland like then? What was it like?
Very magical until sadly we went into tier 4 and then closed. But we got to do about 2 weeks of performances, and it's really cool. It's really well done. It's like another little magical universe.
Is Santa real?
Of course, he's real.
Okay. I'm only asking.
I was there. Yeah, I was there, and that's why I was there.
Thank you for telling me. There you go, Santa real. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. So, because you sing as well, don't you? You do a lot of singing as well, don't you?
Yes.
So, have you ever been into like a recording studio and done some songs?
Yes. I'm actually part of a backing vocalist in a band, the Fuse Project. So right, yeah, we record in his studio. for his tracks.
Gosh, because the Fuse project is oh, I can't remember what his name is now. I've got lost it off my tongue. Anyway, I know I've got him coming on very soon, actually, in the next few weeks.
Yes.
For an interview. So I'd be looking forward to kind of like seeing him. But you must, when you're doing like dancing and acting and everything else like that, what's your favorite? Do you like just dancing or is it acting?
Do you know, it kind of changes, like not week to week, but over time. It sometimes I'm doing a lot of acting jobs, then I'm like, oh, I really love this, and then I'll do a dance class and be like, oh, I think I love them all equally. It's really difficult to pick one. It really is, but it just, yeah, depending on what I'm working on at the time or what I'm focusing on it. But on as a whole, I couldn't choose. That's a really annoying answer.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No. What production would you love to be in?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is.
If there were no limitations in the world, I think I adore Hamilton. I think that's incredible. And when I was, how old was I? Maybe 7. Oh, also Thriller Live. As a dancer, that's a dream job for me. Thriller Live. I've seen it 3 times. Slightly obsessed. So yeah, Hamilton, Thriller Live, but also Wicked. I fell in love with Wicked because I saw it on Broadway when I was 16, and I just thought, wow, that's because musical theatre is like my secret love. That's probably where I would love to go eventually.
Yeah, yeah. What's the most memorable production you ever been in?
Memorable. I mean, Lazy Town was pretty cool, but I've also worked at Disneyland Paris, and I think there's something very magical about being there, being in that environment. So there's quite a few amazing memories from there as well, because you're part of making the magic. So
of course, yeah, you're making the magic for everybody that who's attend, and it's really, I think I'd like to go to Florida, Florida Disneyland, and dress up as
I'd love
Mickey
to go to
Mouse
the
or
one in
something.
California.
Yeah. Dress up as Mickey Mouse or something, and and just I'll be that'd be fun. That would be just going around kind of like just acting, as Mickey Mouse, but.
Well, I was there looking after him. That was one of my jobs, was to look after him. So
Was it? You
yeah,
get all the good jobs, you do, don't you? Hey?
I've looked after a lot of the famous. I mean, they're not really people, are they? They're characters
No.
and sort of like animals. I don't know what you call them, but yeah, I've looked after.
Yeah, that's okay. Right, we've got some questions coming in now. Here we go from the radio. Martin wants to know, what's your most embarrassing moment
What, in life or on stage?
on stage?
Oh, that's a good one. It'll definitely be something in Lazy Town, because it was very fast paced and there was a lot of props moving and like walls, and we had a screen that was electronically automated. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's really hard.
Yeah,
I think possibly there was a show. I mean, it didn't really happen to me, but we were doing the dance routine, and one of the guy that's in the cast with me, his wig came flying off. So then we were all embarrassed for him, but it didn't really happen to me. So that's not the best answer, but I'm trying to think of one. But yeah, that was pretty embarrassing, because then suddenly he's lost his hair, and you can't unsee that. So
okay. Rachel wants to know, when you were working at Disney, what was the most memorable time there at Disney?
I think dancing in the parades, so the big parades they have twice a day, I think with all the characters and being just seeing everyone's happy faces and the magic that, because even no matter how old you are, you go there and it's just magical, and to be part of that is pretty special.
Right. Okay. Okay. If you were a character dressed up like Mickey Mouse, what character would you like to be? There you
Oh
go.
well, first of all, Mickey Mouse and all his friends are actually real, so they're not dressed up. I would know there. But if I could dress up as any character, that is a good question. Not really prepared myself very well, have I? Can't even think of any
Don't worry
characters. I've
about
gone
it. I
blank.
haven't.
Um, oh
Cinderella.
gosh. Well, it would probably be Mulan, actually, if we're going to talk about like characters in terms of like a princess or something, maybe, because I just think that she's really strong, feisty young lady. So I'd like to
Right.
I'd like
Okay.
to be her, I think.
Rob wants to know, can you play any musical instruments?
Unfortunately, no. When I was younger, I used to play the flute, but it's been so long that I probably wouldn't know what I was doing if I picked them up now. But I used to play the flute, but sadly, I don't play any musical instruments anymore.
All right. Okay. Josie wants to know, um, have you ever played in any theatres in the East End of London?
No, I have yet to make my West End debut. I'm hoping it won't be too far away. But obviously, at the moment, theatres are closed, so no one's doing that. But no, not yet.
And if so, can I have some tickets? No, you can't. Sorry. I want tickets. I want tickets. I want tickets for Starlight Express. Yes.
I actually went to the audition for that once, just the first round. So that was quite interesting. I auditioned in front of Arlene. She was very nice. It was scary, but because she's formidable. But but yeah, I'd
How
like to see
far
that
did
show.
you
It's very
get?
cool.
How far did you get?
Oh, I got cut after the first round, but to get an audition is half the battle. To get in the room is
Yeah.
difficult. So that was an achievement for me.
All right. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You get there. You get there, Naomi. You get there.
Of
Right.
course.
Of course you get. Never give up. My policy is.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
Kim wants to know, if you ever have you ever sung at a top event?
Song. I think the only job I think Lazy Town might have been the only job I've had to sing in so far. But there is hopefully projects on the horizon. I'm not gonna let anything slip at the moment, but things are pending where it's be happening. So as soon as that's
All right.
confirmed
Okay.
and we're able to share that, then I will.
So what's happening?
Well, there was a project that was supposed to be happening back in April of last year, and obviously because of the pandemic and lockdown, it was postponed. But we're hoping to be able to do it this summer, which involves singing and a theatre sort of show. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to say too much because it's not it. Yeah, it's not my project. I'm just part of it. So, but yeah.
All right. So you're not going to tell us then? Okay, that's fine. Um, what was it called again?
It's everything's pending. It's not got a name yet at the moment. It's a project that's
Sorry,
happening.
sorry. I'm well known trying to get things out of people. Sorry. Right.
If it was me like running it, then I would talk about it. But because it's not,
No,
it's
no, it's
not.
okay. I do understand. I'm only having a bit of a laugh with you. I try to get information out of people. I'm quite good at doing it. So watch.
Yeah,
Watch out.
great journalism.
Yeah. Where is it to? Oh, Lucas wants to know. He wants to know. If you ever wanted to go to New York for a production, what would it be?
To watch. I have been to New York 3 times actually, and But what would I want to see?
Yeah. And you
I mean, I'd
say
love to
what
see
would?
Hamilton
Yeah, I'd love to see that too, Hamilton.
because
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, and I think seeing it in America would be really cool. But equally, the West End cast are phenomenal. So if I could see it anywhere, but yeah, it would be cool to go and see it.
Okay. Okay.
See it there.
Chloe wants to know: have you ever met anybody famous?
Oh, probably. Quite often on sets there are famous people. But I don't know whether I've necessarily had many conversations because it's usually at work and they're very busy, and the last thing they want to do is be in getting into conversations with people they don't know. But yeah, I've worked on some sets where Judi Dench has been working. Who else? Julian Rind Tut from The Green Wing. He was there. I'm trying to think. I've got an awful memory, as you can tell.
What else have you done?
I've done some work on EastEnders, so you often see the cast there.
Do you?
Doing their thing.
See, you spoil it. You spoil it. I was about to mention about EastEnders, and you just kind of like told everybody.
Oh, really?
Now. Yes. Now, tell everybody what you've done on EastEnders. Go on.
Oh well, it's not anything that exciting. Just background stuff. We just walk about in the background.
No, it was exciting for you, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, it's cool to be on the set and see it because EastEnders has been around for a very long time, and when I was a child I used to watch it, or not just a child, but when I was younger I used to watch it all the time. So it was pretty cool to see the set and see it in real life.
Yeah. Did you meet any of the actors?
I mean, when you're doing a scene, you know, in between a take, you might have a little chat, but you don't really it's not an official thing because they're at work and we're at work. So it's just etiquette to kind of stay professional. But yeah,
so what scene was it then that you are being asked by Rob? What scene was it?
Oh, I've done a few, but it's just things like if the actors are in a bar, for example, we'll be in the background, or in one of the cafes, we'll be in the background. But I don't know exactly the program and the scene because it's all filmed kind of, and we don't get told that kind of stuff. We just turn up and do the job and go home. So yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to put no pressure on you. Don't worry.
Well, no, I just can't say anymore. There's nothing. It's just they're just random things. We don't see. It's very small snippets because we're in the background.
Yeah.
One day, hopefully, I'll have lines to say things. But for now, I've just done background stuff.
Saying that, I've got Leslie here, and she says, "Hi, Steve and Naomi. I am an extra." Sorry, start again. I'm an extra. Usually, I've been on the bill. I've been on several programs, and also myself, I've been on EastEnders. Could you tell me, Naomi, what's it like to work in the Queen Vic?
Oh, I don't know if I've been in there. I think I've walked past it, but I don't think we filmed. I filmed anything in there. We were in that. I don't even know what it is because they change the names of the places all the time, don't they? From when I watched it when I was younger, it's changed. There's like a cafe bar place. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah.
I'm useless.
Okay. And what was the set like? I'm being asked.
It's exactly as you see it. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just seems a lot smaller actually. When you see it on camera on the TV, it seems like huge, but when you're there, it seems a bit like Sweet and Diddy, but it looks the same. It's really cool. It's quite surreal, isn't it, when you see something in person when you've seen it on the TV for so long.
Yeah. Richard wants to know, did you get your smalls washed in the laundrette?
Sadly not. That would have been a great idea to take my washing there. Yeah, didn't think of that.
Yeah. No, right, okay. And what else is it? So, what are you planning to do next? What's on your list? So, when you come out with all this COVID, what are you planning to do next?
Well, now I've managed to get an agent, which is brilliant. I'm hoping I will be sent for various castings and things. What day is it? Friday. Tomorrow, I've got a rehearsal for a student project I'm part of. We'll be filming that next weekend, so we're doing a rehearsal for that tomorrow. And it's all via Zoom because obviously at the moment it has to be.
Mm.
And yeah, just kind of see what happens when we come out. I suppose nobody still really knows. Obviously, the projects will be in the pipeline, but I'll just be hopefully going to classes in person because I've been doing all my dance classes in my bedroom. So
Oh
I'll be able
yeah,
to go back to the studios. Yeah.
yeah. Simon wants to know what soap would you like to be on?
Oh, that's a good one. Do you know what? I've always had, even though I'm not from that part of the country, I've always had a soft spot for Emmerdale. Like I used to watch it all the time as a child.
Oh, my wife watches that all the time, and I do not like it. Emmerdale.
Yeah, I've got a
Oh,
bit of a soft spot for it. It reminds me of being younger. So yeah, and I think just the countryside's my favourite. I'm not really a city person. I'm more of
mm,
a country girl. So probably Emmerdale.
right. Okay. Okay. Come on, guys. I've got the last 10 minutes. Oh, here we go. Neil wants to know, um, what's your most embarrassing moment in your life, not on stage?
Gosh. Oh, probably. You know when it's really icy and it's slippy, when you fall, like when if I've fallen over in the ice, because you're always out in public, so someone's bound to see you fall over. So that's a bit of a weird one, but that's just come to my mind. I find falling over in public a bit embarrassing.
Colette, what's it? Colette, Naomi. Thank you very much for coming on to Steve. You should come back sometime and tell us more. Yes, you should do. Thank you, Colette. Anyway, Naomi,
Oh,
thank you very much for your time.
thank you for having me. Thank you for your brilliant questions. And sorry, some of the answers were a bit rubbish.
No, so I'll get them. I'll get them out to you. Get them off you at some other time. I hope it was all right. I hope it wasn't too much damaging for you.
No, it's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.